Be remarkable, be humble, family focused. And if you can tell the last one, then comment that down below. First person to tell is the last one, the last core value that is. Because if you guys don't know what those is, I just recited the core values. 3, there's 4. First person to post the last one in the comments, I give you one of those, the remarkable bucks. I think that's what they're called. I think that's what they're called. But I just say that to keep those in mind, man, when you in these days where it's getting gloomy and cold, because a lot of people lose motivation and they just lose, they lose gas. They run out of gas. It's getting darker earlier, so the nights are getting longer and days are getting shorter. And with that being said, that it makes people a little bit more on, it puts people more on the tired side of things when it comes down to this time. And it's the end of the year. So with that being said, with it being the end of the year, you want to finish strong. Make sure you finish strong. And then at the start of the new year, start strong. With anything you do, but in this business, we want to finish strong. Clean impact. We want to finish off the year good. So just keep, stay motivated. Drink a lot of water. Eat the right foods. Feed your mind positivity. A lot of people don't know, but if you feed your mind a lot of negative stuff, that can make you tired. It can make you not in the mood for stuff. It can make you not want to go to work. You don't really want to be at work. But if you ever woke up before work and you felt positive, a lot of positive stuff been happening. You like, man, shoot, I'm finna go to work, not the day out, and, come home and do what I gotta do and enjoy my time, whatever the case may be. But if you wake up and, you scroll on your phone, you see negative stuff going on. See, that's one thing what I try not to do. I try not to scroll on my phone in the morning because they didn't be showing a lot of negative stuff, especially on my feed. I be having a lot of negative stuff because I just know a lot of people, so I just try to refrain from like scrolling in the morning sometimes because I'll see some stuff. People post some stuff from the news, some stuff that didn't happen, and I was just like, man, I need to see that. So just feed your mind positivity, feed your soul positivity, and with that, you should have a good day at work, a good day period if you don't have to work. But continue this. Consistency is key as always. As you continue this, this cycle, this flow of waking up and feeding yourself positivity, living by these core values, taking what we are saying into consideration when it comes to, self-motivation and motivating the team, you won't have a problem with, anything when it comes to work. Anything's going to be easy. You just knock it out, do your thing with a smile, yes, sir. If somebody asks you to do something out the usual, okay, I got you. A lot of times when when people ask us to do stuff out of the usual, we be like, man, what the heck? That's not what I'm supposed to do. But, make your customer proud, Make a customer proud. Stand on top of all the basics, clocking in on time. Keep your closet clean. Check your mop heads. Because we know the mop heads, if you don't check them and you just constantly using them, they get funky and stuff like that. So over time, they're going to seem like mildew and mold and all that stuff. You just don't be washing them and you just study using them every day and throwing them on the floor, throwing them in the mop water, Also, make sure you drying those boys out. You hanging them in a certain way. I hang them upside down, or like I feather the mop strings out across the strainer, and that way I let them dry. But you still have to wash them and get them washed. So make sure you're keeping track on that stuff. What else? Vacuums. Make sure you're taking care of the vacuums. All this stuff will help you. As I said a million times, all this stuff will help you get through your cleans and your days. And like I said, with this being, you know, the end of the year and people get a little complacent because of holiday season too as well. But with the days getting shorter and the nights getting longer, you know, it should help you get through that. Drink a lot of water too. Like, take that into consideration. A lot of water, good sleep. Other than that, happy Halloween. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Hope everybody have fun at the party who is coming.